I want to pull it, but I got to preach first. Number two, the reason I know it's working is because God has developed, check this out, a preordained, personalized process with the power to make me perfect. The reason I know it's working, James, is because God has developed a preordained, personalized process with the power to make me perfect. Check this out. He says, for those whom he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his son, so that he would be the firstborn among many brethren. Check this out. The Bible says that there is none perfect except for Christ himself. So check out how bad God is. God knows that me, Josh, myself, I'm not perfect. I'm not neat. I told y'all I'm diabetic. I got some issues with me. But check this out. God will put me in a process that was preordained before the foundation of the world. That when the process is completed, I won't look like Josh no more. I'll look like Jesus. God help me. That's why when you're really saved, your friends don't even really recognize you anymore. That's why you might go to the same places, you might wear the same clothes, but there is something different about the spirit on you, Marcus. God help me here. One of the best times of my life is when I went to go preach for Darrell, and Marcus was sitting in the audience, and that was the first time he'd seen me since we graduated. He couldn't believe himself. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. It's because when Jesus changes your life, you don't wear the imperfections of your past anymore. The labels that were on you in the past no longer apply. What you used to do might still be what you do now, but it's not who you are, because you're wearing a robe of glory. This corruption now, God help me. When Paul talks about you transforming into a glorious being, Apostle, it's not just eschatology, but it's spirituality right now. It's talking about pneumatology. In the spiritual, when you accept Jesus, you take off corruption and put on incorruption. When you accept Jesus, you take off imperfection and put on perfection. God, can I tell y'all in regular terms so that y'all can get with me? When you put on Jesus, you take off weed smoking and you put on Jesus. When you put on Jesus, you got to take off getting drunk every weekend and put on Jesus. When you put on Jesus, you got to take off fornicating all the time and put on Jesus. And is there anybody here that can say, I might not be perfect, but I'm working towards perfection, not because of myself, but because of who is inside of me?